As the Sengoku period continued, the role of the ninja became even more important. Powerful warlords realized that armies could win battles, but only intelligence could prevent disasters. Before launching an attack, commanders needed to know the number of enemy soldiers, the strength of the castle walls, the location of hidden supplies, and the safest routes through mountains and forests. A single mistake could destroy an entire campaign. That is why experienced shinobi were trusted with missions that demanded absolute precision. Unlike ordinary soldiers, the ninja rarely depended on physical strength alone. He depended on preparation. Days before entering enemy territory, he studied every possible route. He memorized rivers, valleys, hidden caves, narrow mountain paths, and forests that could provide cover during an escape. Every mission was planned long before it ever began. Historical writings explain that successful infiltration depended on patience more than speed. The fastest person was not always the safest. Sometimes the ninja waited for hours, watching the movement of guards, learning their routines, identifying the exact moment when attention became weakest. Only then would he move. That level of patience is difficult for modern people to imagine. Today, people become frustrated after waiting only a few minutes. The ninja was willing to wait an entire night if it increased the chance of success, because discipline values results more than comfort. One of the greatest misconceptions about ninjas is that they fought constantly. In reality, fighting was considered dangerous because it increased the risk of failure. Every unnecessary battle created noise. Every unnecessary noise created attention. Attention created pursuit. And pursuit often destroyed the mission. The greatest victory was returning home without drawing a sword. This required extraordinary emotional control. Imagine walking through enemy territory, surrounded by armed guards, knowing that one careless movement could end your life. Every heartbeat became louder. Every breath demanded control. Fear was present. But fear was never allowed to take command. The ninja understood that courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is maintaining discipline while fear stands beside you. That lesson remains true today. Fear before an examination. Fear before starting a business. Fear before making an important decision. Fear before changing your life. Fear never completely disappears. But discipline teaches you to move forward anyway. This is why the ninja spent years training the mind before relying on the body. Physical strength eventually fades. Intelligence grows through experience. Discipline grows through repetition. Patience grows through practice. These qualities cannot be stolen. They cannot be bought. They cannot be inherited. They must be earned. Perhaps that is why the ninja continues to inspire people hundreds of years later. Not because he was invisible, but because his mindset remains visible in every disciplined person who refuses to surrender when life becomes difficult. The deeper historians study the ninja, the clearer one truth becomes. The greatest weapon they ever carried was not hidden inside their hands. It was hidden inside their minds. Every successful mission depended upon observation long before action. The ninja learned to notice what others ignored. The direction of smoke rising above a village, fresh footprints crossing a mountain trail, a gate left open longer than usual, a guard who suddenly changed his routine. Small details often revealed enormous truths. That ability transformed ordinary information into extraordinary advantage. Modern life follows exactly the same principle. Opportunities rarely announce themselves loudly. Problems rarely appear without warning. People who observe carefully usually recognize change before everyone else. That is why awareness remains one of the greatest forms of intelligence. The ninja never allowed assumptions to replace observation. He trusted evidence, not emotion. He trusted preparation, not luck. Because assumptions create mistakes, facts create better decisions. Another remarkable quality of the ninja was adaptability. No two missions were identical. One mission required patience. Another demanded speed. One required silence. Another required confidence. The environment constantly changed, so the ninja changed with it. That flexibility kept him alive. Modern society often mistakes consistency for doing the same thing forever. The ninja understood a different truth. Your purpose should remain consistent. Your methods must continue evolving. The mission stayed the same. The strategy changed whenever necessary. That lesson continues to shape successful people today. Businesses evolve. Technology evolves. Careers evolve. The people who refuse to adapt eventually become trapped by the past. The people who continue learning create the future. The ninja never feared change. He prepared for it. Preparation removed uncertainty. Preparation reduced panic. Preparation created confidence. Every hour spent preparing saved countless mistakes later. Perhaps this explains why disciplined people often appear calmer during difficult situations. Outsiders believe confidence appears naturally. History tells another story. Confidence is built. One disciplined action at a time. One prepared decision at a time. One difficult experience at a time. Long before the world notices confidence, discipline has already been quietly building it. The ninja never waited until he felt fearless. He trained until fear no longer controlled his actions. That difference changed everything. Because real discipline is not becoming fearless. It is becoming stronger than your fear. That timeless lesson still belongs. To every person who chooses growth over comfort, history teaches us another lesson that is often overlooked. The ninja did not simply survive because they were skilled. They survived because they understood human nature. They knew that people become careless when they feel safe. They become impatient when they feel powerful. They become predictable when they repeat the same routine every day. The ninja watched these patterns carefully. Because predictable behavior created opportunity. Every castle had guards. Every guard had habits. Every habit eventually became a weakness. The ninja never rushed to exploit that weakness. He waited, he watched, he confirmed. Only then did he act. This patience separated professionals from amateurs. Anyone can move quickly. Very few people know when not to move. That was the true discipline of the ninja. Modern life presents the same challenge. People react immediately to criticism. They respond instantly to anger. They make important decisions while emotions are still in control. The ninja would have done the opposite. Pause first. Observe first. Understand first. Only then take action, because the first reaction is not always the wisest reaction. History repeatedly proves this truth. Many battles were lost, not because armies were weak, but because leaders acted too soon. Impatience destroyed more victories than lack of courage ever did. The ninja refused to become a prisoner of emotion. He became a student of timing. He understood that timing can transform an ordinary action into an extraordinary success. The same action performed too early could become failure. Performed too late could become disaster. Performed at the right moment could change history. That is why awareness became more valuable than speed. Preparation became more valuable than confidence. Discipline became more valuable than talent. The ninja also understood that every decision carries responsibility. One careless action could endanger an entire village. One careless conversation could expose an entire network. One careless mistake could destroy years of preparation. Responsibility made them careful. Carefulness made them disciplined. Discipline kept them alive. Perhaps that is the lesson our generation needs most. Slow down before reacting. Think before speaking. Prepare before beginning. Observe before judging. Because wisdom is rarely found inside a hurried mind. It is discovered by those who have the discipline to remain calm when everyone else is rushing toward failure. There is another reason the ninja remained effective for generations. They never allowed success to make them careless. Many warriors became overconfident after winning a single battle. Many leaders believed yesterday's victory guaranteed tomorrow's success. The ninja rejected that way of thinking. Every completed mission was followed by another lesson. Every success was followed by another period of training. Because discipline understands that yesterday's achievement cannot protect tomorrow's future. The world continues to change. New enemies appear. New challenges emerge. New mistakes become possible. Only those who continue learning remain prepared. This mindset made the ninja different from ordinary soldiers. They were students for their entire lives. No matter how experienced they became, they continued observing, continued practicing, continued improving. That humility protected them from arrogance. Arrogance blinds awareness. Awareness creates survival. History proves this lesson again and again. Powerful kingdoms have disappeared. Great armies have fallen. Fortresses once believed impossible to conquer eventually became ruins, not because they lacked strength, but because they stopped adapting. The ninja understood. Standing still, while the world keeps changing, is another form of defeat. That lesson has never become outdated. Modern people often stop learning the moment they become comfortable. The ninja became even more disciplined after every success. Because success creates the greatest temptation. The temptation to relax. The temptation to believe the hard work is finished. But discipline never finishes. It becomes a lifestyle. Every sunrise presented another opportunity to become wiser. Not for recognition, not for applause, but because improvement itself was the mission. Imagine living with that mindset. Never comparing yourself to other people, only comparing yourself to the person you were yesterday. That quiet competition creates extraordinary growth. The ninja understood real victory is not defeating another warrior. Real victory is becoming stronger without losing humility, stronger without becoming arrogant, smarter without becoming careless, braver without becoming reckless. That balance created warriors who earned respect long after their battles were over. Perhaps that is why centuries later, the ninja continues to inspire the world, not because of mysterious weapons, not because of impossible legends, but because discipline never goes out of history. It remains. As powerful today as it was hundreds of years ago, the final chapter of the ninja legacy is not written in ancient scrolls. It is written inside every decision you make today. History has given us countless examples of powerful men. Kings who ruled nations, generals who commanded massive armies, warriors who conquered great cities. Many of them became famous. Many of them became feared. But only a few left behind principles that still guide people centuries later. The ninja belongs among those few, not because he changed history with power, but because he changed history through discipline. He proved that intelligence can overcome strength, preparation can overcome fear, patience can overcome pressure, and self-control can overcome chaos. That is why the ninja remains timeless. His greatest battle was never against another warrior. It was against distraction, against pride, against impatience, against every weakness that exists inside every human mind. Those same battles still exist today. Every morning you decide whether to wake up with purpose or with excuses. Every challenge tests your discipline. Every setback tests your patience. Every success tests your humility. Life quietly asks the same question again and again. Who are you becoming? The ninja answered that question, not with words, but with actions. Every disciplined habit became another brick in the foundation of his character. Character was never built in comfort. It was built during difficult moments when nobody was watching. That is why true discipline can never be faked. It appears naturally. During pressure, pressure reveals preparation. Preparation reveals discipline. Discipline reveals character. And character creates legacy. Perhaps that is the greatest lesson the ninja leaves for us. Do not chase recognition. Chase mastery. Do not chase comfort. Chase growth. Do not chase easy victories. Chase meaningful progress. Because recognition fades, comfort disappears, success comes and goes, but character remains. One day, people may forget your achievements. They may forget your name. They may forget the battles you fought, but they will never forget the discipline you inspired. Inside others. That is the true warrior legacy. Not power, not fame, not fear, but a life lived with purpose, guided by discipline and remembered for the strength of its character. The ninja understood this hundreds of years ago. Now the choice belongs to you. And before we close this chapter, remember one final truth. History does not preserve every battle. It does not remember every victory. It does not record every warrior. But history never forgets the principles that continue changing lives. That is why the ninja still lives, not inside ancient castles, not inside forgotten mountains, not inside old legends, but inside every person who chooses discipline when comfort feels easier, inside every person who chooses patience when anger feels stronger, inside every person who chooses preparation when everyone else depends on luck. That is where the real ninja survives. His clothes disappeared, his weapons disappeared, his battlefields disappeared, but his mindset continues to inspire generation after generation. Perhaps that is the greatest victory any human being can ever achieve. To leave behind not wealth, not power, not fame, but wisdom that continues helping people long after you are gone. The ninja achieved exactly that. Centuries later, his footsteps can no longer be found, his voice can no longer be heard, his face has been forgotten, yet millions of people still admire the discipline he represented. Because discipline never belongs to one country, one culture, or one generation. It belongs to anyone who is willing to master themselves The world will continue change. New technology will appear. New challenges will emerge. New distractions will compete for your attention. But one truth will never change. A disciplined mind will always outperform an undisciplined one. That was true 400 years ago. It is true today, and it will remain true for generations to come. So when life becomes difficult, do not ask, why is this happening to me? Instead ask, what is this teaching me? Because every challenge carries a lesson, every setback carries wisdom, every failure carries experience, and every disciplined decision builds a stronger future. If this lesson strengthened your mindset, subscribe to Warrior Legacy and continue this journey through history's greatest warriors. Comment below, silence creates victory. Like this video if you are ready to build a stronger mind. One disciplined decision